She's stepping over all her obstacles. With her kings and queens, she's short and spicy, short and spicy. It's the love of God, she's holding her own. Welcome back to Short and Spicy Nikks. This is your girl Nikki speaking. How you guys doing today? In life, we need people. And today we're going to talk about the best and the worst support you could be to a struggling person. But before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified of new uploads and live stream. And put your notification on all. So like I said, we need people to navigate this life, the journey that we're on. We need people. I'm going to talk about the best and worst support you could be to a struggling person. And when I say a struggling person, meaning someone that's having a hard time, you know, first-time mother, teenager, children, right? And these two types of individuals are going to be the deciding factor whether we succeed or we fail, like it or not. An enabler and an opposer, or you could say an encourager or a distractor, one or the other. But today I'm going to say an enabler or an opposer. Let's start with the enabler. An enabler is someone that's going to see you struggling, see you showing some toxic traits, toxic behaviors, whether it be emotional, verbal, spiritual, and they're going to pretend not to see anything. They're going to cast a blind eye. Ooh, what? What? What did you, no. I'm not seeing, no, I'm not here, just pretend I'm not here. That's an enabler. Enablers can sometimes even encourage your bad behavior. Say we went on a ride. You decided that you're going to steal, go on a robbery. I didn't know that you were doing that, but in the midst of you doing that, I just stood there and I watched you do it. And then the police arrives. We're both arrested. We both have a charge. I'm going to be charged with the same thing that you're being charged with. Not because you did the act. I stood there and I was with you. I supported you directly or indirectly. I did not make the authorities know that you're doing this. I stood there the whole time with you. That's an enabler. And an enabler is just as guilty as the person who does the action. A lot of the traumas that I went through, there were enablers to the perpetrator. They knew that the person was toxic. They knew that the person has issues, toxic issues, either it be a mental illness or physical illnesses, meaning they didn't know how to keep their hands to themselves. They're emotionally damaged. They've been through stuff themselves. They knew ahead of time that these individuals were toxic and were doing some of the things that I was complaining of being done to me, to others as well, and they kept their mouths sealed. But when it came time for me to speak up and say I had enough, this is hurting me and my family, this person is responsible for the destruction of my livelihood and distracting me from reaching my destiny, my full potential, the enablers were against me. So an enabler is the worst type of support that you need when you're struggling, because they'll watch you do the things, exhibit the behaviors, cheer you on, and when it's time and you're in deep SHIT, they're nowhere to be found. Or they start pointing fingers. Oh, it's E, she, E, and the whole lady. While all the other fingers are pointed right back to them because they were supporting you. Not in a good way, but in a negative way that will help you go down the line of self-destruction. Now, an opposer at the time may seem like the worst person. I'm trying to do this and this person is just coming to flop my show. What do you mean don't do this, don't do this? An opposer actually knows what accountability is. They're trying to help you not to go down the line of self-destruction because they know what you're feeling, the moment of joy that you're in and feeling accomplished in your negative and toxic behavior. There are consequences and repercussions after the fact. after you've satisfied that urge of hurting someone, hurting yourself, saying things that will come back to haunt you, you're going to regret it later on. So you might not want the opposer to your negativity around you at that time. You might not want to hear what they have to say, but it's best for you to listen to what the opposer of negative and toxic behaviors has to say. It's best that you follow and keep those type of people around you than an enabler. An enabler will watch you going down in the pit and follow you all the way until you get there, and then they go and they save themselves or speak about you after the fact, even laugh and jeer you. So choose wisely. Would you rather someone that is looking out for your best interests at heart, that you may feel uncomfortable with satisfying that negative urge, and then when you get a chance to get a timeout, either it be forced on you or you take a timeout on your own and sit back and self-evaluate, you could say, you know what? Nikki was right. Nikki really meant well for me. Nikki didn't want to see me hurt. Nikki was thinking consciously and not out of emotion and really trying to help me so that I could see the negative things that I was doing and saying so I won't have to suffer the consequences later on. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified of new uploads and live stream. We are blessed and highly favored.